Joel.
A special guest on the set tonight. I'll be getting to him in a few, but let me just read some reaction on Twitter, and it's addressed to Agri, I think. They say here, this is from Sempaja Med Sevilla. He says he has served and left a legacy at KCCA FC. Mwanga Kenneth says, good management, Ashaba. Thanks for your time. And maybe one more. Mark Lukwago says, please talk about Kiza's transfer from KCCA to Zurich. He's asking, please talk about Kiza's transfer from KCCA to Zurich. Is there any light in that? He'll be answering that in a little bit later after the break when he joins us for the third segment. But before we go for that break, I'm joined here by a gentleman, Albert Ahabwe, who was one of the organizing committee members of the just concluded FIBA3x3 Africa Cup. Albert, a very warm welcome to NTV Press Box.
Thank you. Am I still a guest here?
You're resident. So this is like your third time here, no?
Yeah, it's always nice to be here, especially to talk sport. Good crew of guys, a lot of people with a lot of insight to give about sports. So I always love to come here.
Fantastic. I passed by Lugogo on Friday evening, and I saw the throngs of fans descending at the hockey grounds. Was it a successful event?
Very successful event. I'll tell you for sure. Mark met me on Wednesday evening when we were trying to put everything together, and looked at 3 or 4 of us and said, you guys look like you've been stressed for years. But it happens when you're organizing sports events of that caliber. But we grew through it as the days went by, and I can tell you for sure we had a fantastic tournament. We had a successful tournament. We got great reviews from the team that came from FIBA at the end of the tournament. And of course, like I told you, this is a championship that when you're given hosting rights, you're given hosting rights for 3 years. So we will have it next year and the year after that, and we'll get better with each one of them that comes by.
But Egypt winning the double, both the men and the women's title, how competitive, first of all, were they, and how far are we?
They actually won the triple. They won the senior men and women, and they won the under 18 men as well.
So the triple,
yeah. So they are very competitive. Anyone who follows basketball knows that Egypt is one of the best sides in Africa at all levels and formats of the game. So it's not a surprise when Egypt come in and win 3. Maybe 3, nobody could have predicted that they would win 3, but it's not a surprise, a complete surprise that they would go on to win. They have some amazing players. They had 2 MVPs in both the men's and the women's category. So it was good on them, but not bad at all from our teams as well. Our teams did great. I mean, the only team of our 4 teams that did not get a medal were the men's team that finished in number 5, but they were unlucky to land Mali in the quarterfinal, and they just didn't have a very strong team, but they also just didn't have a very good day on the particular day. The shots just didn't fall, but otherwise our ladies team finished, senior ladies team finished number 3, took the bronze medal. Our under 18 ladies finished in the final. They took the silver medal in the under 18 ladies category. Our boys under 18 team took the bronze medal. So we did fantastic. We had 2 players on teams of the tournament, both in the ladies senior category, Rita Imanishimwe and Namlema Fildaus in the under 18 girls.
Which brings me to ask you, we hosted Rita here last week, and she said that she was going to rise to the occasion. And she did, winning bronze for the ladies side.
Rita is our best under 18, is our best 3-on-3 player. She's done that through the under 23s and now the seniors. She's a national team player. She's been a national team player, I think, since 2016. So it's not a surprise for me. She hadn't had a good year up to now, but some of these players, what they need is a touch of home and playing in front of a familiar crowd, having the expectations, looking around the team and knowing that you're the one that's played this format longer than everybody, and it's about time you stepped up if your team is about to get results. She played a fantastic tournament all the way, even to the Egypt game that we didn't win. Even in the third place playoff, she played fantastic. She shot the ball very well. That's what we know of Rita. We expect Rita to be able to shoot the ball at that level. Yeah. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. But on her day, when the shots are falling, she's one of the toughest players to guard.
As a member of the committee, what did you take away from this tournament? And what does the future hold for Ugandan basketball in general?
The thing that's most important about us as Uganda, we are very good hosts in more things than just sports. We are a good type of people when it comes to hosting, bringing in visitors and taking care of them. We do that very well. So to be able to translate that into the sports arena, to be able to bring in sportsmen and let them experience Kampala, let them experience Uganda, let them experience all that we are about besides basketball is something that we love to do. But more importantly, we learned from, for example, the team of the FIBA3x3 officials that were here. Yeah. These are guys who have organized hundreds and hundreds of tournaments around the world, and to see them as impressed as they were on Sunday night when everything came to close with how we had grown into organizing the tournament through the 3-4 days that we were together was humbling for us, but was also a point to which we could look at ourselves and say, listen, we've done well. When we come around next year, we'll be even better. The partners that we worked with in this championship now know what a big deal 3-on-3 basketball can be as an outdoor activity, as a social event, as a sports event, but also the ability of our teams to perform when the cameras of the world are focused on us. For 4 days, Joseph, we had for 4 days we had a YouTube channel of FIBA that was focused on us, on Uganda, live streaming every single day. Every single day without any glitches. Our teams did it well. Our country was seen. The ability to host a good tournament was seen. But more importantly, the ability of our players to step up when asked to against the best 12 countries in Africa and put on a show. If anybody told me before the tournament that 3 of our 4 teams fielded would be on the podium, that 2 of our players would be on the best 3 of the tournament, I wouldn't begrudge it.
Fantastic. Congratulations on hosting such a successful event. What next for Uganda?
What next for Uganda? We'll keep pushing for more medals. We'll go out there and push our teams. We'll try to be better. But more importantly, we promise that come next year, when this championship comes around again, we'll put up an even bigger show. Please come and stay with us.
Fantastic. Always a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure.
All right, we're going to go for a short break. But before we do that, please, we're asking you on Twitter, what do you make of Jonathan McKinstry's reign as Cranes coach? They are away on Wednesday to face Burkina Faso Stallions in Ouagadougou for the first time in Burkina Faso. Can they get that win? Let us know. Plus, discussion with Agri Ashaba continues immediately after this break. Stay with us.